Welcome to Ask Dr. Tom. We connect with Dr. Tom to talk about all things health and wellness, cancer treatment, etc. This is Ask Dr. Tom with Dr. Thomas Incledon. He's the founder and CEO of Causenta Wellness and the Causenta Cancer Treatment Center in Scottsdale, Arizona. From working with NFL, MLB, MMA, world-class athletes, and even the White House, Dr. Tom's reputation of personalized medicine and cutting-edge technologies have put him on the map for caring for some of the most powerful people in the world, making him one of the most sought-after healthcare professionals of our time. Dr. Tom mentions that we should be eating a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables and nutrient-dense food, etc. It's easier to hear that than it is to actually do it. And so one thing that they've put together, Dr. Tom has put together with the folks at Causenta, is this rainbow diet chart that will help you do that. If you would like a copy, it's free, of the rainbow diet chart to help you eat a better variety of foods that are going to help you be healthier, live longer, sleep better, etc. Just text the word health to 7200. Just take out your phone and text the word health to 72000 if you're in the U.S. and Canada. If you're outside the U.S. and Canada, you can text the word health to +1 315 930 0300. We're talking with Dr. Tom, and the topic today on Ask Dr. Tom is triple negative breast cancer. We understand that there's a high risk among younger women. Dr. Tom, what symptoms should young ladies be looking for and be aware of to help with early diagnosis of triple negative breast cancer?
Sure. So a lump or mass in the breast would be 1. Breast pain or tenderness would be 2. And 3 would be a nipple that turns inward or has some discharge. And the American Cancer Society and other groups have different brochures and online resources that you could download, for example, for women to learn or understand how to do their own self, like breast tests or examinations, if you will, so that way they could see something when it's smaller and then make sure that they get an appropriate mammogram or some other type of test from a competent, therapist or some sort of radiologist. Now, sometimes women would say, well, I don't want a mammogram, so then you do have thermograms, you have thermography machines that could also look at stuff as well in the breasts. But regardless of their personal choice, the main thing is that they're doing something to proactively assess what's going on with their breasts, so that way if something shows up, they could take action quickly, because treating something at stage 1, regardless if it's triple negative breast cancer or some other type of breast cancer, treating at stage 1 is almost a sure thing. You can treat it, and it's a memory in your life. You're not dealing with it. But if you wait too long and now it's stage 3 or 4, the likelihood of treating it successfully goes down dramatically.
This is Ask Dr. Tom with Dr. Thomas Incledon, and the topic today is triple negative breast cancer. We've pretty much covered it all, especially this knowledge of the BRCA1 gene mutation that got a lot of publicity because of the Angelina Jolie decision, but probably doesn't get talked about quite as much as it should have. Before we move on to another topic, is there anything else that you'd like to add about triple negative breast cancer in general for those who might be listening or sharing this with family?
Sure. One of the things that I've seen happen is that women will come in and say, hey, I have this type of breast cancer, and they will have in their mind, certain fears or treatment decisions already made up. And when I ask them how did this come about, it's always based on something outside their body. So they read something and now they want to do it or not do it for themselves. And the one area of caution I would say is, if we were going to say what's the goal here, the goal is to kill cancer and make sure there's no more cancer cells in your body. That's the goal. And most patients say, oh yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't have anyone saying, hey, I got a different goal that has cancer. So now you say, if that's your goal, well then don't we want to base our strategy off your body and what's going on inside of you? And most people would say yes to that. I haven't anyone say no. Well, then when I ask them, well, how did you come up with your strategy when no one knows anything about your body yet? So the main point I would share of that kind of short story is that find out who you are on the inside and then use that information to plan your strategy. Don't read something on the internet about what someone else did, whether it worked or didn't work, because there could be various reasons why a regimen may be better for you than it was for someone else, or it might be worse for you than someone else. So I had a case recently where a woman had a cancer that was triple negative and was afraid of doing certain things because she had heard so much about how bad chemo is, and she was worried about all these side effects. And I said, okay, show me one person that you have scans on, before and after, that did some other strategy. Doesn't matter what that strategy is. Show me one. And she's like, I can't find anyone. Everyone that says I beat my cancer naturally, when she contacted people on the internet that had websites up and said, show me, can I see your scans for when you had cancer and now there's no cancer? Not a single person could provide her with any objective data like that. And so my point with her doing that exercise is that you can't always believe everything you read on the internet. And at the end of the day, each individual has to be accountable and responsible to themselves for their own health. And part of that accountability is making sure you're using facts to drive your decision making and not using misinformation or hearsay. So I'm asked all the time by patients, what's the difference between personalized medicine and traditional medicine? And in traditional medicine, there's a singular approach. So you have cancer A, and for cancer A, here is the standard of care treatment. And after you go through the standard of care treatment and it doesn't work, typically there's not a plan B. There's not another option. So then patients are told, hey, there's nothing else that can be done. And so then they're convinced that, hey, there's no hope and we can't do anything else. Now I want to contrast that in a personalized approach that we have at Causenta. We're going to measure all kinds of details within your body. And we're going to find lots of areas that we can actually improve your health. And then indirectly, by improving those areas, we're going to help you do a better job at fighting cancer. So where someone else would say, hey, there's nothing that could be done, we're going to say, hey, there's lots of opportunity here to improve your health and make sure that you have a better quality of life so that you're able to function and live life under your own terms and not just waste away in a bed in hospice somewhere and watch everything go by you as time passes on. So if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and you're looking to get help, I strongly encourage you to go to causenta.com and fill out the form at the bottom of the page and find out for yourself how we can help you.